if you haven't given your kurbani, you can do so with one ummah. The deadline is the 5th of June, and as you guys can see, they have access to a myriad of countries, so you can take your pick and you can make sure your kurbani reaches the people that need it most. Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. Today we're going to be reacting to a tweet of Charlie Kirk, the right-wing guy who's trying to really replace the failures of the right wing, people that have infiltrated it, people like Ben Shapiro. This guy is very high up in the command and very close to the Trump administration. So he is somebody that wields some power and influence. I have done a couple of videos about him, and this one in particular, we're going to be reacting to people responding to his tweet in which he says Islam is not compatible with Western civilization. As I was scrolling, I thought people have given him brilliant responses. Why should I just reinvent the wheel? I thought, why not just react to what you guys have said? So one person says, interesting, considering many majority Muslim nations reflect the very policies and values Western countries are fighting for today, such as upholding laws, tough on crime, low taxes, strong economies, and border controls. Exactly. Yeah, this is exactly what people here in the West are trying to do, whilst praising other Muslim majority countries like UAE. Brother goes, Jesus was a Muslim. It's true. He's not wrong there. Someone goes, these posts are interesting to me given several Islamic countries in the GCC better reflect what many American Christian conservatives espouse and advocate in their countries, from minimal taxes to secure borders to tough crime policy to intact family and no woke crap. It's a very similar comment to what the sister mentioned. You're trying to copy us, especially the conservatives. Another person goes, 21st century Western civilization is men in dresses using women's toilets, usury, i.e. interest, Zionism, homosexuality, alcoholism, empowering women via OnlyFans, progress at the cost of morals, secularism, liberalism, feminism. Alhamdulillah, our faith isn't compatible with that. So true. Another one, what do you prefer? Grapists in Israel or grapists in Muslim countries? I had a debate with a right-wing extremist, and this was one thing that he accepted when we were talking about grooming. He said the punishment that you guys have, this was on the back of him not liking Sharia law. He said, I like this. I think it's better. Yet better than what he deems to be British values, which was an interesting twist of fate. Someone goes, I'm not here to defend Islam. It needs no justification. It stands whether you reject it or accept it. Funny how the West talks about civilization after colonialism, slavery, 2 world wars, the Gaza genocide, and a war in Ukraine that runs like a live arms expo. So the next time you feel like giving a lecture, keep it to yourself. Joshi goes, it's not compatible with any civilization where humanity thrives. She is a butthurt, let's see, Hindutva individual, a violent vegetarian it seems, someone who's butthurt about getting their backside handed to them by Pakistan. Rehan goes, that's correct, because Islam demands loyalty with your partner, gives more rights to women, prohibits alcohol, prohibits sex before marriage, prohibits extramarital affairs, prohibits usury, and prohibits pornography. These are the reasons Islam is not compatible with the USA. He's obviously being sarcastic by saying that this is what currently exists over there. This is what you're aiming towards. This is what we have. You should be copying us. So in these points, yes, you could make that point. Judaism is not compatible with Western civilization. Yeah, because in rules, Judaism and Islam are somewhat similar. A proud Amalek. Which parts of Western civilizations it isn't compatible with? Question mark. The pornography, the drugs, the depression, the homelessness, the suicides, the child trafficking, the broken families, the theft of black and brown people's countries' resources, the supremacy? Question mark. Someone goes, I don't think your tweet is having your intended consequences. So true, because he's literally pieing himself in the face, because he's supposed to be promoting Christian values and defending the West as a Christian entity, yet it's being evidenced as contrary to that. Someone goes, Western civilization is not compatible with human civilizations. Islam is more compatible with human instincts and reason. Someone goes, Islam, like any major religion, can coexist in West when mutual respect, shared values and adherence to human principles guide integration. As evidenced by millions of Muslims thriving in Western societies, only Islam can fix failed society. Someone goes, you're right, take back the scumbags you shipped to us in 1948 from your precious West and stop whining. And then of course, Islam is not compatible with human civilization. There you go, another butthurt Indian. Seems to be a trend of those guys. It's insane that you take one attack committed by a Muslim, ignore the countless violent attacks that take place by non-Muslims on a daily basis in this country, and then make this conclusion about 2 billion people. It's the very definition of bigotry. He's referring to an attack that's happened in the US. Someone goes, 100% correct. And Muslim homelands are not compatible with Western embassies, Western UN, Western international law, Western bases, and Western proxy regime. This guy is getting owned. And then Adam goes, now do Judaism, Charlie. Well, chup chop Charlie here. You know what I mean? Someone goes, Western civilization? You mean colonialism, endless wars, silence on Palestinian genocide? What religion is compatible with the Christian West? And then somebody does a quote retweet. So Charlie Kirk said, a man just won the girls high jump state title in California. He responds by saying, Islam is not compatible with Western civilization. Meanwhile, Western civilization, a man just won the girls high jump state title in California. That's classic. Devon goes, neither is Hinduism or Judaism. Cal goes, neither is American evangelicalism. Islam is in Western civilization because Judaism advocates for it. And then it is not compatible with any civilization. Let me guess, guys. Sangram Singh. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 guesses where Sangram Singh comes from. Is that why so many non-Muslims are moving out to Dubai and other Arab countries? You pathetic Zionist cuck. You don't even respect your own religion. Someone goes, Zionism is not compatible with Western civilization. Zionism is committing a Holocaust. Another goes, unless you're ISIS and give Israel security guarantees, then you become fully compatible. Ladies and gentlemen, I could read this the whole day. The replies are absolutely epic, but it just goes to show the guy got owned by his followers.